Hello. Mm, Good morning to BVS. Today, this is a new title. It is about visual messages, how we communicate as visual messages. It is in business communication. What are the traits of visual messages? What are the features of visual messages? If the question is asked in such a way, and we need to answer all the points, we need to include the following points. And this is the definition of visual messages. Visual messages can be oral, written, and non-verbal. They are effective in engaging the audience. A saying is, a picture is worth a thousand words. It is said, one picture can convey the meaning more than that of thousand words. And then visual messages have a stronger impact on the minds of the audiences. We use visual messages to emphasize important points, to bring data, locations, and even ideas in dynamic ways. They are used to show things but not just tell about them. Visual objects do not tell anything else but just reflect, just show, demonstrate the things, what they are, how they are, and people can get the messages from the visual objects. They are simple to follow, just like the directions and giving instructions. They can be kept permanently. Visual messages include signs, signals, symbols, colors, nonverbal visual cues, typography, drawings, diagrams, illustrations, graphics, and visuals in the multimedia. Now let's talk about the signs. A sign, what is sign then? Signs are divided into three divisions. There are three types. See, a sign tends to have a single meaning. It depends on culture, and there are three types of signs. There are symbolic signs, iconic signs, and indexical signs. See, and now what is symbolic signs? What can be the meaning of symbolic signs? See, symbolic signs are those signs that have no clear connection between the sign and the objects it refers to. For example, the apple as a sign of round and juicy fruit. That is one sign. Now, iconic signs, it has got visual likeness to the things they represent. For example, the icons of home, an envelope, a door, a pair of scissors, traffic signs, cross signs. There must be a comma there in prayer of the scissors. Male or female images are the doors of the restrooms and the like. These are iconic signs. Now another one is indexical signs. What is indexical signs then? The indexical signs show the direct connections to the real things and the objects. For example, burning church is indexical sign. Dark cloud, that is indexical sign. Smoke, indexical sign. Finger, hands, and the signs of gestures, movement of the body. These are called indexical signs. So there are specially three different types of signs. Now another visual message is symbols. What is symbol then? Symbol is something that stands for something else. It is not direct. The meaning is different. It is usually an abstract idea. Symbol has to be visible and its meaning should be agreeable to the people who are in communication. There are pictograms and ideograms. Pictogram means about the concept and object, and second one, that is again, is abstract concept. Ideogram means like the shape of a heart represents love, reason represents peace, white flag which represents surrender. The national flags are the symbols of sovereignty, peace and harmony. A lighted cigarette with a cross mark on it means no smoking. These are the symbols. Symbol can be different types. It can have different meanings. Now, Colors, that is another visual message. Colors can be used for symbolism. Blue means peace, green color stands for environmentally friendly, and the red color stands for power. Colors are used to highlight certain things, but too much of use of color can be distracting and confusing one. Now another one is non-verbal cues. See, non-verbal. Without verbal, there will be the language communication. Our body language, that is non-verbal cues, facial expressions, eyes movements, postures, and gestures are the form of visual communications. Non-verbal visual communications. The dress and the other forms of objects can convey certain non-verbal messages. Now, another one is typography. Typography is the visual display of printed matter. It is an art of arranging the type on paper and screen. And next visual message is drawings, diagrams, and illustrations. All these three different include line drawing, diagram, cartoons, schematics, photographs, and the maps. What is line drawing then? It is an art. It is the representation of things such as human body, furniture, plants, and animals. Line drawing is usually done with black and white color, and it shows the key components or parts of the objects. Another one is photographs. Now, what is photograph then? Photograph is an effective in drawing precisely external surface of objects as they are. Photographs have become easy with little cost today. It has become faster for taking picture. But to produce better pictures, one should plan ahead. Think about the viewer's interest, needs, colors, and photos are meaningful and effective for visual messages today. Now, another visual message is map. Maps are effective for showing geographic locations. They help to know countries, regions, mountains, districts, cities, capitals of the nations, highways, rivers, lakes, right? And political maps highlight the boundaries and geological features. There are different information, multiple informations about geography, about in maps, about geography, about population and density of population and forest area, lakes. Number of things are included in the maps. They are visual messages. Another one is a graphic. Graphics includes tables, bar graphs, and charts, pie charts, flow charts, organizational charts, and information graphics. Number of ideas are there in graphics. Table can give the information about anything in numbers, and it can show exact figures and values. Bar graphs and pie charts can provide the graphical description of data, and it is effective in comparing one item with others. Pie charts are shaped like pie, and there are no more than 5 or 6 slices within a pie chart. We cannot keep more information more than 5 or 6 slices. Now, visuals in the multimedia. What may be the visuals in multimedia? There are various ideas in multimedia. Visual communication can take place very powerful today at multimedia levels and platforms. Video clips, that is visual multimedia. Animation, another one. And motion pictures, that is visual communication message in multimedia. Computer displays are some examples. Websites and their pages are full of visuals of multimedia. So you can write a little bit in detail about what is video clips, what is animation, and motion pictures and computer displays. And these are the things, websites. You can write a little bit if you know. Another one is electronic messages. Electronic messages can be written or oral and even nonverbal, and they all share many of the similar characteristics. The electronic messages include emails, that is one electronic message, telephone calls, another electronic message, fax messages, you know what is fax messages, emails, you know all I have already given in written communication messages, online chats, you can talk on the mobile phone, online friends, that is chat, internet forums, there are many internet forums they have established, and they do have even meeting communications, sharing ideas, and then these forums can have visually on the display in multimedia. Social media post can be studied by anyone else. Websites, blogs, there are two types of blogs, micro blogs and macro blogs, right? And video conferences, webinars, and the Skype. These are some of the electronic messages. This is how these points, these mentioned ideas can have the visual messages both in electronic and in non-electronic visual messages. Okay, diagram. There is another one. What is a diagram? A diagram is a form of line art. It is simplified drawing that reveals picture, structure, living room. Diagrams are often used in technical communication documents. We can also use computer-based programs to create diagrams. Another one visual message is cartoons. A cartoon is a simple drawing that shows features of people or things in humorously exaggerated way. It can be caricature by highlighting the peculiarities, means uniqueness of things, and it can be satirical too. Many cartoonists present their cartoons in the newspapers to satire politics. Cartoon movies are electronic versions of cartoon pictures in a narrative format. Nowadays, cartoon movies are popular. They are called even graphic fictions. Schematics, it is also a line of art or a diagram, but it is more formal. It is sophisticated and used for highly specialized and technical documents in the area of mechanical engineering, architecture, geology, or environment science. They follow the standards and rules of the discipline. It needs an expert to draw schematics. This is how the visual messages are presented in the different forms. I think, thank you. You can read and write all these ideas in your exam. You can even improve your